segment will cover the current controversial topic of the NSA surveillance program. Obama and his administration have seen all sides of this heated political debate. The NSA, which stands for National Security Agency, is a U.S. intelligence agency in charge of protecting national security systems and producing foreign signals intelligence information. As part of the growing practice of mass surveillance in the United States, the NSA collects and stores all phone records of all American citizens. In 2013, the extent of the NSA's secret surveillance program was revealed to the public by Edward Snowden. Snowden is a former employee of the CIA and NSA who leaked top-secret documents to the media outlets. According to these leaked documents, the NSA intercepts phone and internet communications of over 1 billion people worldwide. Obama told CNN in August, quote, "I think there are legitimate concerns people have that technology is moving so quick that at some point, does the technology outpace the laws that are in place and the protections that are in place? And do some of these systems end up being like a loaded gun out there that somebody at some future point could abuse?"
Let's hear what American citizens have to say.
I'm here with Paula and Dominic Smith, a married couple with 2 young daughters from Dallas, Texas. They have a unique perspective on the NSA global surveillance programs. Thank you for speaking with me today, y'all. Unlike most people, do you believe that the NSA surveillance programs are beneficial for the country or not? Tell me y'all's views on this.
Thank you for having us. We understand why some people believe that the NSA is invading citizens' privacy, but as parents, our number one concern is safety. We firmly believe that the government wouldn't be doing this surveillance if it wasn't necessary.
Exactly. I read that Keith Alexander, the director of the NSA, said that more than 50 potential terrorist attacks were stopped because of this program. And our responsibility is to keep our family safe. And if the government monitoring my activity keeps my daughters safe, then it's okay with me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so do you think that this phone tapping violates the Constitution?
I don't believe so. I read that the data collected doesn't actually monitor the contents of the communication. It's more about the number of communications and the contact information of those who are communicating.
Exactly. It's not like someone is sitting at the Pentagon listening to our phone conversations as we chat about our days. All the NSA provides to the FBI is the phone number, the date, and the time and duration of the call. Names are excluded.
Now we have a UT law student sharing his views with Amanda.
This is John, a local law student from the University of Texas at Austin. Thank you for having this interview with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, a topic that's been bothering many Americans is whether global surveillance like phone tapping by the NSA to track down possible terrorist or terrorist attacks is unconstitutional. What's your opinion on this?
I believe it was Ben Franklin who once said, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." I don't believe it is absolutely necessary to know about all local calls made by every American citizen, nor do I believe it is right to give up my own personal right to privacy. We are not all suspects.
Okay. But this isn't only the government, it's also phone providers like Verizon who give them this information. Do you think it's ethically correct for phone providers to do this?
No, I do not believe that is correct. In the court case of Jewel v. NSA, the Electronic Frontier Foundation filed a lawsuit to stop the ongoing surveillance of AT&T customers. The court ruling stated that it was a violation of the First and Fourth Amendment rights. We pay hard-earned money to these companies because communication is essential to everyone, and knowing that they are giving away my information to a third party that I did not approve of is not fine by me.
But the person who revealed this work to the public, the NSA's former contractor, Edward J. Snowden, also said that phone apps are also being spied on for the user's information. An app as simple as Angry Birds can reveal the user's age, location, and sex. Do you think apps should have the ability to do this and give this information to the government?
Absolutely not. Why does a simple game like Angry Birds need to know that information and giving it to the government? Children play that game. Does the NSA need to track them as well? See, it's things like this that make the citizens not trust the government. It's unnecessary surveillance towards citizens and a complete invasion of personal privacy. I know technology has grown and sometimes the rules change for the sake of security, but how far can the government go and how far will we citizens let them? At some point, we have to put our foot down and tell them that they are overstepping their boundaries.
Very well said. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Most recently, President Obama made a forceful call to narrow the government's access to millions of Americans' phone records as part of an overhaul of surveillance activities that has raised concerns about official overreach. The changes, White House officials say, mark the first significant constraints imposed by the Obama administration on surveillance programs that expanded dramatically in the decade after September 11th. The president said he no longer wants the National Security Agency to maintain a database of such phone records, but he left the creation of a new system to subordinates and lawmakers, many of whom are divided on the need for reform. Obviously, this topic is a source of major debate, with both sides having valid points. Many people find the tapping to be unconstitutional, an invasion of privacy, and believe that the surveillance has turned into an unregulated distribution of our personal information. However, others, such as Paula and Dominic Smith, find that this action is a necessary action and that the government is merely trying to keep us safe.
As we look forward to possible reform, we must ask ourselves the difficult questions involving the struggle between ethics, security, and privacy. If it keeps our country safer, is it ethical for the government to keep track of who citizens or non-citizens call, text, or email? How do we regulate this surveillance? How do we protect our country while also protecting our private lives?
Thanks for tuning in, Austin. Good night.